Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Dr. Abdurrahman and we are learning ECG. In the previous videos, we have discussed in detail about the normal anatomy of the heart, normal physiology, normal electrophysiology, and we learned how our ECG is constructed. Regarding anatomy, we focused upon the coronary circulation and we learned that which wall and which area of heart is supplied by which coronary vessels. And when we are learning about electrophysiology, we studied in detail about all of these action potentials and how these action potential ultimately lead to the formation of ECG. Now in next three videos, we will focus on the following things. In the first video, I will discuss about the different leads in the ECG. After that, we will study about axis, and then we will study about pacemakers in the heart and how these pacemakers affect our ECG. Let me take you back to our whiteboard again. So in this video, as I told you, I will discuss about leads. We have two types of leads in our heart, in our ECG, sorry. One of them is called, one group is called limb lead and other one is the chest lead. As the name indicates, limb lead will be leads will be present on the limbs and the chest lead will be present on the chest. That is the simple thing. And we know that limb leads include AVR, AVF, AVL, lead 1, 2 and 3, while chest leads are V1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the chest leads. So I will take the limb leads first to explain how they are present and where they are present and what are they representing and which area of heart they are showing. To learn about the ECG, it is very important to learn about leads because a particular pattern of ECG might be normal, a particular pattern of QRS complex might be normal in one lead, but it might be abnormal in the other lead. So that's why we need to know that from which point of view we are looking at the ECG. When I'm talking about these limb leads, just keep it in mind, these are not the physical leads which are present on the surface of the body, because we know that, for example, this is our man, and we know that there are 4 leads attached to the 4 limbs of the man. Okay, and these 4 leads, they have different color coding. Where we don't need to go into the color coding of the ECG because these codings are different between US and UK. This color coding is different, so no need to go into the color coding. Just remember that there are 4 physical leads present on the body, but the leads which we look in the ECG, they are not these 4. The leads which are represented in the ECG, these 6 leads, these are not these 4 leads, but these leads are actually the virtual windows. These are actually virtual windows or virtual leads created as a result of cumulative effect of these 4 physical leads which are present on the limbs. So when we attach these 4 leads, they will create an electrical triangle and encircle our body in the triangle, actually encircle our heart in this triangle. And this electrical triangle will create 6 windows from which we can look at the heart from 6 different sides. Again, I am taking this man. So the 6 different sides from where we can see our heart, I will call them as 6 different windows. One window will be here, one window will be here, this is the third one, fourth, fifth and sixth. So these 6 windows are present around our heart and we can see towards our heart from these 6 virtual windows which are constructed as a result of an electrical triangle generated by these 4 physical leads. So this window is called AVR because it is on the right side. this is called AVL because this is on the left side, and this is called AVF because it is towards the foot. And then this is lead 1, this is lead 2, and this is lead 3. So now we know that these are 6 different virtual windows or virtual leads which encircle our heart, from 6 different sides. AVR on the right shoulder or right hand, right upper limb, AVL on the left shoulder, AVF downwards around the groin area, you can say, lead 2 from the left leg, lead 3 from the right leg, and lead 1 from the left side. So if I draw these leads again on our heart, this is our heart, this was AVR, AVL, AVF, AVR, AVL, AVF, lead 1, lead 2, lead 3. So these are 6 different windows. So this is the reason because of the presence of these 6 virtual windows, the virtual leads around the heart in this position. This is the reason we call lead 2, 3 and AVF as the inferior leads, because they are looking at the heart inferiorly. They are looking at the inferior border of the heart. They are looking at the inferior wall of the heart or inferior surface of the heart. So whenever there is some problem in the inferior area, inferior wall, that will be evident in lead 2, 3 and AVF. And that's why these 3 leads are called inferior leads or inferior windows. On the other hand, lead 1 and AVL, because they are looking at the heart from the lateral side, and they will represent the heart from the lateral end, and whenever there is some problem in the lateral wall of the heart, it will be evident in lead 1 and AVL, because we are looking at the heart from the lateral side. And as far as AVR is concerned, AVR is looking inside the heart, so that's why it is called subendocardial lead. So it is looking inside the heart, it is looking this subendocardial tissue. So whenever there is some problem in the subendocardium, like subendocardial ischemia or the superior portion of the septum, it will be evident in AVR. So this is why these leads are called so. On the other hand, if I took these chest leads are present across the AP diameter of the heart. Let's say if I cut this heart from this section and make a new one, so I can see our heart like this. So this will be our right ventricle, this will be our left ventricle, and our heart is sliced along its short axis. So then the chest lead will be located over AP diameter. This will be lead 1, lead 2, lead 3, lead 4, lead 5 and lead 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in some cases, when we are suspecting the problem in the posterior wall, we can put some extra leads posteriorly labeled as V7, 8 and 9. So these are the chest leads because these are located along the chest, and these leads can further be divided into different groups because these lead 5 and lead 6 is looking to the lateral wall of the heart. That's why they are called as lateral leads, like 1 and AVL. Lead 3 and 4 because they are looking at the anterior wall of the heart, so that's why they are called as anterior leads. While lead 1 and 2 because they are looking at the septum of the heart, so these are called as septal leads. or sometime we can call lead 1, 2, 3, 4 combinedly as anteroseptal leads. So if I make the same leads over here, here will be V1, then V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6, and if we combine all of them, so our lead 1, AVL, 5 and 6 will be the lateral leads, 2, 3 AVF will be the inferior leads, V3, V4 will be our anterior leads, and lead 1, V2 will be our septal leads, and lead ABR will be subendocardial lead. So this was all about leads.